Hello and welcome to episode 15 of my playthrough of DireWolf20's 1.18 modpack. Today, gonna continue on this storage room, kind of continue along the path that we were working on yesterday, and actually work on some sorting, I think, because obviously we have all these chests and stuff and they're linked up, but obviously having to go through here and like putting like individual blocks into its own chest is kind of lame, and we want to avoid that as much as we can. So we're gonna work on essentially just having this chest here being our dumping chest, so we're just gonna like be able to throw things in here and then have it be sorted. Now I don't know where that clay is going, but I can almost guarantee that it's not being sorted to the right chest. Yeah, I can almost guarantee that none of this stuff is probably just going to pop up here in this first inventory because it's not set up properly. That shouldn't be doing that though. I thought I have it. Oh no, I do have this set to extract. Let's just leave you on insert at the moment. I guess that doesn't really matter all too much at the moment. Cool. So what are we going to do? We need to work on filtering, right? So we're going to look here at LaserIO. We have a few different options of how we can filter things in this mod. You can see this up here with these three here. They're called filters. I think if we just look up filter in here as well, it'll give us the specific ones. So we've got the basic filter, counting filter, tag filter, and mod filter. I think, actually let's do this first. Let's grab a book and we'll make one of the actual books for this mod. There's probably books in here, yep. Let's look at what Dire actually has to say about what these filters do. Cards, item cards, energy cards. Not implement. Apparently these aren't implemented, but whatever. Filters, here we go. Compare MBT, what we want to look at. Let's see, basic filter, let's see how this works. The basic filter can be used to limit what items are allowed in an inventory. These slots are ghost slots, which means they don't really hold items, just an image of an item. If JEI is installed, you may drag items from JEI into the ghost slots. Simply left click and drag out of JEI into the filter UI. So that's basically how that one works. It's just going to be a way that limits how many or what blocks can go into a selected inventory. So if we go here and right click on the what's it called, on the item card that's in here, so you got to select the right side. There's the item card. We hit right click on that, takes us to this menu. In here we can go insert. Let's do it in an empty chest actually. Let's pull you out and click on this one just because it's empty and I won't be pulling stuff out. We have a couple different options here. So we got insert. We can change that to an extract, so it'll pull things out of the chest. Stock chest, which means it will pull things from other inventories into this one, from other inventories that are connected. Regulate. I don't know what these buttons do, but it doesn't really matter. We can see how many items will be transferred, and then how often they'll be transferred. We can shift and control click on these to see the speed. And then obviously back to insert. I don't know what this button does. Apparently this must be channels as well, or is it just the color? We're gonna have to do some reading on these certain things, and then obviously this slot here is where our filters and stuff are gonna go into. What else do we have? We have counting filters. Count filter can designate a specified number of items and plays a different role based on the card's mode. Stack sizes of items from 1 to 4096. Left click will increase the stack size, blah blah blah. I don't think we're going to be using that filter today. We're pretty much going to be focusing on basic filter and the tag filter. And this one's going to be kind of interesting because it allows us to sort items purely based on the item's tags, and if you don't know what they are, let's see. Yeah, if you don't know what tags are, this kind of explains it here. Tags are a way for Minecraft to group similar resources. For example, on the right, we can see that an iron ingot has the forge ingots tag. So too does gold, copper, tin, etc. So we can do it by tag. So in chests like this one, we can have like the metals, ingots, the chunks will probably have a tag, as well as the ore blocks themselves. Like I think ancient debris, I don't think there's a way that we can view the tags on it in this menu, but once we have the tag filter, we will. So yeah, I think we're going to focus on those two for today, and maybe the mod filter. For example, if you place a laser wrench in the filter, all LaserIO items will match that filter. We'll go into that. So I think that's kind of what we're going to focus on today. I'll probably have one of these be a mod chest, because we have like pneumaticraft and other things in here that don't belong. Or maybe just that'll stay as like a miscellaneous chest. But we'll work on that. So we need to make a bunch of filters. I think we're just going to make, let's start with like 5 and 5 of each of them. 5 of the, what is it, tag filter and basic filters. So we're going to need to make, well, I guess we'll make what, 12 of them. And then go 6 and 6. Let's start with that. Or we can make tag filters as we go. So what do we need? We need, I've got logic chips. I've only got 3 left. That's right, because I wasted a bunch of them making this wrench, didn't I? Okay, let's make more of these chips. I forget how to do that. And so we need blocks of quartz, clay, redstone, gold nugget. Need clay. We'll just turn all of these into clay balls, and those can go back. And I need to make some quartz blocks. Bang. And I need gold ingots. Let's just grab a block. Beautiful. And make a bunch more of these. We'll cook these up and we'll be back in a second. Okay, never mind. Apparently I had some chips left in the furnaces here from the last time we made them. So I'm just going to let those cook in the background while we use these ones. We've got 15 of them, so that should be more than enough for what we need. I'm going to need to make a bunch of iron bars and glass panes, which shouldn't be too hard. I should have everything here. I've already got iron bars. I've got a bunch of glass. Do I have any more? Or panes anywhere? Apparently not. If they were to be anywhere, it'd be in this chest, but... So we can make a bunch of glass panes. Let's make 32 of them. And make 12 filters to start with. And then I think to make a tag filter, it's just paper, isn't it? Yeah. And paper was kind of everywhere. See, this is why I need sorting, because everything is just kind of in random chests. Okay, paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, 6. And then we want 6 of the filters. Bang. And I think these can actually even be stored inside of here. They can't be stored in there. Never mind. So filters don't go into the card holder. Or that needs to fix that. I shouldn't be able to pick up the card holder while it's in its inventory. What was I saying? Filters don't fit in there. It's just the cards do, like the item cards and things like that, which is fair enough. Maybe the overclockers do. But I don't think we're going to need any of those yet. So let's start with this chest. We're going to work on here. We are going to 100% want to use a tag filter in here. And I think from the tag filter, we can just right click on it as well. Yeah. And then we get into this. And we want to add forge ingots to the list. Okay, so that's super easy. Just click on it and then the plus. And I think if you just want to get rid of it, you click on it and then minus. And that will do the same thing. And then here, you can see the different tags that belong to iron. But so far, ingots are going to find their way into here. I want that and that. So that we can add to the filter. We want the raw, whoops, right click on the filter. We want the forge raw materials, which I think is, yeah, everything. We can kind of look here at the image on the left, and that kind of tells us what belongs to that tag as well. So we'll add that, and then apart from that, we'll add this one, forge ores. Cool. So all of our ores, our ingots, and raw materials, being this stuff, should all land into this chest once sorted. We can test that real quick. We can go to this chest, and then make this on extract. Let's see. We have 15 iron ingots in here. And then we'll add these in here. It's going to pull them out one at a time. And then we should see... Ah, that's right, because of you, isn't it? Yeah, we've got 42 iron ingots in here. Maybe it won't work. I'm curious now. If I drop your priority, so you're at a lower priority than this chest, will you work now? 41. Apparently not. It might just be landing in the first available chest. Okay, that's fine. We can fix that. Let's pull these out. So because this chest here, right, that's kind of cool. So because these two chests, why is it skipping this one then? Go into that next inventory. Oh, right, because this has a lower priority. What we can do is, because these don't have filters on them, it's just going to kind of let everything into it. So we can change that by going to this chest. We want to add, let's see, we want to add enchanted books. This type of book. I don't know if these are going to have the same tags, so I'm going to pull out of them. We've got maps and potions. Go here. We'll add a tag filter to it. And then to this one, we're going to go here. Oh, okay, because that's interesting. You don't have any tags. Do you have any tags? You don't have any tags. Minecraft lectern books. Okay, so that is going to be one of them that's going to be added. What about maps? Do maps have? Maps don't have tags either. Create upright on belt. Neither do potions. We might have to rethink this. Let's sleep real quick. Oh no. We just had 2 people die. Oh well, I'll deal with that later. Dealing with this first. Okay, so this chest isn't going to work then. Because there's no tags. Oh, actually, maybe. We can do this a different way. Can I clear you? I want to go into you. I want to get rid of the tag filter. And because it's already got stuff stored on it, it has a memory. So like this, if we were to chuck it into a different... Why are they connected? Oh no, they're meant to be. Never mind. I keep getting sidetracked. Right, so all enchanted books are technically the same thing, right? Besides the NBT, which is like not visible information that it has besides the block. So like, how do I explain this? This pickaxe here that's in my inventory and this pickaxe here, this other bronze pickaxe, like Minecraft sees them as like identical things besides the different information, like the like this is a bronze pickaxe and this is an iron pickaxe, or a cobalt one, sorry. That's different data. Or these 2 bows, they're the same item, but what separates them is the NBT data that tells Minecraft that this has true shot on it, right? So we can do this by instead going to this chest. I'm going to grab an enchanted book, this one as well, the potion. I don't know if it's going to work with the potion, but the way that I see this as working is we'll go here, we'll add a basic filter to it, and then we're going to go ignore NBT. Right? And so now let's say this has infinity on it, but if we were to pull out Fortune 3 and put that in there, it should pull it out and it should rock up back in here. I guess that didn't work. Let's go quick charge because it's at the end of the yeah, quick charge 2 shows back up in here because it ignores the NBT. So enchanted books are essentially the same thing, so we can add it to a filter like this. Those can go back in there. Let's add a map. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Let's click on that there. We want to go add a map which ignores NBT as well into that chest, because all maps are kind of the same. Ancient Tome we'll add. Now for these books I don't know, because these are kind of edge cases. What we can do for these instead is they can go into a mod chest for integrated dynamics, possibly, later on down the line. I'm just going to kind of ignore them for now, but this chest should now be sorted. We'll leave this as our miscellaneous. Why is that enchanted? That's interesting. Are you going to show up in there now? Because I added the normal one. Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. This will say as a miscellaneous chest because if you remember before, it has a lower priority. So we're just going to go through here and add filters to these. Oh yeah, as I was saying before, I got sidetracked really quick. This, can I look inside the tag? Yeah, you can shift right click and look inside them. This had data in it before that, let's say it had, I think I had the enchanted books or whatever. So it won't stack with my other filter, but we can fix that by just kind of throwing it in our inventory and throwing these in our inventory. And now they all have the exact same internal memory essentially, so that they'll be fixed. So what do we grab now? Now here I'm curious, right? Because I have these blocks of whatever stored in here. I'm going to grab one of each. Grab a diamond. These elemental craft stuff can probably go into a different chest later. So we'll start this one with a tag. Oh, actually, let's do this way instead. Let's pull this tag filter out. We can do this all, and do all these filtering outside of it. So forged gems, we'll add, because we don't care about gems. Fluorite. Oh, it doesn't have the same tag as forged gems. Maybe it does. What about diamond? What do you have? Do you have forged gems and then forged gems diamond? I don't know if they will stack the same since that's at the bottom. I'm going to add it anyway, just in case. And then we can do some testing later on. And the other thing I wanted to see was the blocks of fluorite. So it counts as a storage block, but that includes all storage blocks. Meaning, like, if you see there, your refined obsidian, steel blocks, blocks of steel, will all be added to this. So what we want to do here, I think, I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just leave them in there for the time being. The other thing would be like to go here and then take all of these out of their block form and then store them in here. Which is an option, but it's just not very pretty, especially since we have like multiple stacks of certain items. But we're just going to grab inert crystal. May as well keep the elemental stuff in here. What's the tag? I was editing this. Inert crystal. Fire crystal, water crystal. Earth crystal. Let's just add all of these to this, and if we need to store it differently somewhere else, that'll be fine. We want to add coal. Minecraft coals, yep. And dusts. I think dusts is something we want to add. Forged dusts. Now we are going to run into an issue with having dusts here as well, since we have redstone stored over there. But we'll be able to fix that later. Let's see, rune. Let's see if amethyst dust has the same tags. Yeah, that apparently doesn't have anything. Amethyst dust. Let's add that. Arcane crystal, prismarine, cinnabar, resonating ore. Let's just add all of these. Do you have, so long as they have tags, they should be able to work in this filter. Forged gems, cinnabar, prismarine. You should have the forged gems since you're just a Minecraft item. Cool. And now that we finished editing this tag, what we can do is then go here, right click, and then just pull the tag itself out from my inventory. And it should store it in there. So I'm going to go through. I'll show you this one on camera as well while I'm here. I'm just going to grab like one of everything that I think needs to be stored. I shouldn't do that with the whole stack either, actually, because it's going to edit all of it. So we want to like make sure you're separating them out, because if I did it to the whole stack and go here and then I add apparently rotten flesh doesn't have a tag. What about leather? Forged leather. Bang. And then I want to pull out one of these tags and then look at it. It has forged leather, and then this one same does as well. We don't want to be editing the entire stack. We want to start with one that's fresh. So let's do that. Add leather. Done. What about arrows? Sure. String. Forged string. Bang. Yeah, let's grab one of those. Wonder if rabbit hide has the same thing. Ender pearl we need. Ink sac we need. So just anything that is mob drop related. Forge, raw chicken. Foods, raw meat, raw. Okay, I think that works. If I add that, it should encompass raw beef as well. Yeah, it does. So I'm just going to go through and add these tags to these chests and then kind of test later on. And we'll show you how we do that testing. So I'm just going to go through these. Oh, and another thing we can do apparently is if we hold shift click, we can see what's inside the filter, which is kind of cool. Let's add heads. Maybe heads will have a tag. Yep, forge heads have a tag. Beautiful. It's just a nice and easy way of storing lots of things without having to go and add them individually to one of these basic filters. Okay, as I was saying, I'll go and do this all off camera, and we'll be back once this is kind of sorted, and then we'll show the edge cases like the my draw system over here. Okay, so I've gone through and added filters. Pretty much I use tags for every single one of these. So like this one's going to be like my saplings and seeds one. So if we go here and then look at that, we look at the tag filter. It's just got like the tags that I thought would put everything that I wanted to in here, right? So I've gone through and done that for all the ones that are in this room. I've also gone and moved the chest that was here to over in this corner. So this will be our miscellaneous junk chest just for the moment, until we've got everything sorted, and that's going to be very important in the next minute. But the next thing we need to do is I've also cleared my inventory of like junk so we can do this next part easily. I'm going to grab one of each of the things that fit into these drawers. I hope that's not too many. We'll see. And then I'm going to fill one of these basic filters with one of each of these things. That. Wow, we got super lucky. Holy crap. That was exactly the same amount. Let's see. Let's move this junk out of the way so we can actually see if we have everything that we need to have in there. And we just do this by counting, right? So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this is a 5x3. Yeah, wow, that was exactly the same amount of stuff that we needed. Now we're going to go into here. We're going to look at the east side. We need the west side, so that's fitting everything into it. Basic filter, type allow, beautiful. That now goes into there. We're going to ignore NBT on everything here, and we're going to set this to a higher priority. This is the most important step, right? Let's set it to like 34. Why not? It doesn't really matter what the number is so long as it's higher than everything else. Because if we look at these ones, they should just be priority 0, right? And then this miscellaneous chest over here is going to be a lower priority. So what it's going to do is, once it enters the node system from this chest, we'll call it, it's going to kind of insert it from highest priority to the lowest priority. So it's going to try to insert everything that goes into here first. It's going to try to insert everything into the thing that has the highest priority first, which is this one. I just like lost my words there. Which will be the back of this storage controller. And you saw before, if we add things to the storage controller, it adds it to the whole network. So we've done that. So instead of, let's say, our redstone dust, right, going straight into the dust chest, which we have it in here, I thought we did. Instead of it popping up in here, it'll try insert it in here first until obviously this one fills up. So once this runs out of space, it'll backfill into here, but we can fix that by adding upgrades and stuff like that. Because this has the higher priority. And then it goes obviously from highest to lowest, so it'll try to insert everything into these chests first. And if it can't go into those chests, then it'll put everything into this chest. So here's kind of the fun bit. We are now going to go to here. We're going to take our extract card because I pulled it out before, so I wasn't pulling random junk. We're going to insert it in here. We're going to transfer the most we can do is 8 items every, what was that? 20 ticks, which is every second. And as you can see, it's pulling out everything. And it's going to try go through all of my filters and insert things into the chest that it believes is the correct one. So we're just going to kind of see things pop up in these chests, and then a lot of it's probably going to end up in here because it's like an edge case, like nuggets. It has no idea what to do with them. Baked potatoes it doesn't know what to do with because it's a food item. The stone should have gone into this chest. I don't know why it didn't. If I click on here, tag, let's put stone in there. Forge stone, that's why. Let's add that and forge normal stone as well. So now if I throw this, there's 45 stone. That'll get pulled out and it's now showing up in here. And that's kind of going to be the next part of this, right? See, like leads, it doesn't know where to go. The hopper, it doesn't know where to put it. It's not going to know what to do with any of this stuff. But we can kind of now go through and fine-tune our system by, like I said, just taking everything from in here, putting it into here. We don't need that. I still need my time in a bottle. And then trying to let the system sort itself. Obviously, like random things like this, it's going to have a hard time finding where to go. And then anything that kind of ends up into this miscellaneous chest, we will resort if we need to. So I'm just going to kind of go through. I keep accidentally putting my tools and stuff in there. So let's put these away. Card holder, that can go on there. Bang. And then just kind of throw everything we can into the sorting chest. And let it do its thing. This is actually going kind of slow, so we can actually speed this up. We talked about it a little bit before, but it's called a card overloader. Overloader? Overclocker. Overclocker. I'm going to take that, so I need my logic chips. And it's just a bunch of gold and redstone. Easy. And we're going to make a few of those so that we can actually speed up this process. I'll grab the gold. We can make 6 of them, sure, why not? That doesn't hurt. I'm sure we'll make use of these eventually. Right here, and we shift click it, it goes into here, and then we can go... Okay, it seems like we can do a stack every second now, so now it's going to pull out a stack every second. But we want to go even faster than that. So now it'll do 2 stacks every second, bang, and it's just pulling things out and fitting it where it thinks it should go in the system. We'll obviously have a lot of stuff still ending up in here that the system just doesn't know how to deal with yet. But this is kind of where it comes into like just fine-tuning our storage system. So like things like glass can probably go into my building blocks chest. Same with that. Same with the oak bookshelf. You're a building item. So you guys. So the basalt. Cool. And then we go over here. This is our building blocks chest. We're going to go here to the filter and just add the things that are missing. Apparently bricks can't fit in there. Dark util dark stones, sure, That sounds like it works. Create stone types calcite. Bookshelves will add. Apparently these iron bars. Open my doors. Who's opening my doors? What? What? Is it the bee? Does the bee open my pressure plates? That was super weird. What was I doing? This, I got distracted. Bars apparently don't have a tag filter, which is fine, I guess. There's no tags for bars. So we can just kind of sit them in there. We're not going to be like dealing with them very much. And then I can always clear my inventory by just kind of throwing stuff in there, and it'll find its way. See, the redstone dust didn't end up in there. It's back in here. We can test this real quick. Got 5 stacks. We're looking here. We've got 1.4k redstone dust. It's a higher priority, so it'll try to put it all. Obviously, wow, that went really quick. It put it into there before this dust chest, which is kind of cool. The glass I didn't deal with. It's this chest yet. My building blocks chest will get glass. Bang, forge glass, done. And then we can just throw it in there and it'll find its respective spot. I wonder if glass panes have the same tag. They don't. That's alright, we can just add it. Forge glass panes, done. And that can go back into there, and it'll find its way to where it needs to go. So yeah, this is kind of how we're going to fine tune our storage system. My storage time in a bottle needs to stay in my inventory. Horse armor. I guess you can just go in here for now. We're not going to have much of you. Yeah, there's a bunch more armor and stuff rocked up in this chest. Because I have like the tools and things in here. Which eventually, what we'll do is that'll actually get inserted into the armory cabinet. Maybe we can get it to work now. So the armory cabinet, you can't access it yourself, but you need to use external things to, I guess, make it work with it. So I said that sentence, but it doesn't even make sense to me. So like you need to use other mods to interact with it for it to actually do its job. And the mod that we're going to be using to do that, I think we can just do it with LaserIO. But we just won't be able to pull anything out of it until we get to refined storage. Maybe we'll leave it. So you need to use like external mods to interact with it and like put things in and out of it. So what it does is it stacks, I think I looked at the number, it was something like 4,096 of non-stackable items. So like your crossbow, your axes and tools like armor, things like that. So for the moment, I've just got it all sorted into this. I guess it's what's the word? The mob drops chest. That's the one. Mob drops. Just because if it goes into there, I've got no way of pulling it out. So we'll just leave it in here for now. Obviously until this gets full, but we can go through and like combine like bows and things like that. Cool. I'm going to do this between episodes, I think. But anyways, that's LaserIO. That's kind of how this mod works. I don't know if I did the best of explaining it, but so far it seems to be working really well. It works really quickly. My only gripe with it, DireWolf, if he does end up somehow looking at this, I shouldn't be able to pick this up while in its inventory. Like while it's in my inventory, right? If we look at the backpack, which is kind of the same thing, I'm left clicking, I can't pick it up. When you're dealing with inventories like stuff like that, I think it's just safer that you don't. But that's a little nitpick. Other than that, this mod seems really cool. I haven't run into any issues yet. It doesn't seem like there's any duping or things finding the way into the wrong chest. That's not my fault. This is kind of cool. Anyways, anyone who's still watching, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye.